Welcome to the PWA Arena in Lancaster, Ohio. My name is Aaron Hurt, and it is my pleasure at this time to introduce a man who, after 25 years in the wrestling business, might have had the most important night of his career at Red, White, and Bruised, because due to his victory, he is now the GM of PWA for the rest of the summer. Please welcome, if you will, to the PWA Arena, the new GM, none other than Brian Blade. Well, Mr. GM, we got quite a reception. That's a whole lot different kind of sound from this audience than when that old GM would come out here. And that's a nice change of pace. I, for one, am thrilled to be working under your guidance for however long it may be for the rest of the summer, if it goes on any longer than that. But I know we don't want to talk too much about that other fella, but I heard that you had some farewell words for him.
Yeah, I do. I don't know if you've seen him around tonight or not, but I got the $10 that he loaned me at the show, last event at Red, White, and Bruised. I just want to make sure I got the $10 back to him and let him know that, thanks for the loan, buddy. It was a life-changing event, okay?
Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe one of these days we'll find out his thoughts on that. But as for right now, we're going to move on from all of that business, because I know you've had about 3 weeks to get used to your new role, to meet with the championship committee, to draw out a game plan. And the rumor mill is going crazy about what you've got in store, not just for tonight, but for the length of your tenure here in the PWA. So I'm going to turn it over to you and let you make the announcements that I've heard you've got in store for everybody.
That's great. One of the things I want everybody to be assured of is I've been hard at work. That Monday after the show, I had meetings with the championship committees and stuff. We had a lot of stuff to clean up. And our previous general manager, he kind of did things on the fly and did things the way he wanted to, maybe making a few decisions that were a little rash and a little unfair. But I just want to reassure everyone that going forward, we're going to do something in the spirit of fairness going forward. So a lot of guys in the back that's not had any opportunities, a lot of guys who really haven't been able to show what they got. Guys, this is your platform. You're going to get a chance. So hopefully going forward, we're going to see a lot of new matchups. We're going to see a lot of new experiences with these guys and really put that out there. The first thing on my list, though, is the tag team championships. It's been muddied a lot. Vicious and Delicious has done a lot to muddy up that situation. And the first thing I got to do is clean up the tag team situation. So, if you don't already know, at Red, White, and Bruised, Bjorn and Lafferty, they won. They won their match. They get a future opportunity at the tag team championship next month.
Next month.
But we got some stuff, we got to clean it up before that. We got stuff that's going on a little bit before that. Before they even won their match. A couple of guys I think you guys recognize, the Barweekwa boys. Y'all recognize those names? Yeah, they happen to win a match for a tag team championship title opportunity as well. And Vicious and Delicious, even though they dropped their belts at Red, White, and Bruised, they get a automatic rematch clause.
They've been waving that contract around to anybody who wants to see it. They got an automatic rematch.
Believe me, my phone has blown up every day over this, okay? I've talked to them. Guys, you're going to get your rematch. And to make it a little interesting, and we're going to clean all this up all at once, okay? So we definitely know who's going forward, who has their opportunities. What we're going to do, the Hammer and Hog Connection, or what are they calling themselves?
The Hammer and Hillbillies, they call themselves whatever they want. They got the gold. They call themselves champions.
Our tag team champions are going to face, for the rematch clause, Vicious and Delicious. And the Barriqua Boys in a triple threat match.
Music to my ears.
I thought you'd like that. But moving on. I've been a very busy person this week.
I can tell.
Okay. Moving on. At Red, White, and Bruised, we had a knockdown, drag-out match between Jeffrey Johns and Jimmy Fahrenheit. Tonight, they are going to settle their score once and for all tonight, and the winner of this match is going to get a future U.S. Heavyweight Championship title match.
Tremendous stakes in that. What an opportunity for the winner of that match.
I'm not done.
Oh, my.
We also have a brand new U.S. Heavyweight Champion. Randy. Right, Randy. Now, any of you guys who's been around for a minute or so knows that the United States champion is automatically the #1 contender for the PWA Heavyweight Championship belt. And ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see that match tonight in this ring. It is going to be the Outlaw Tony James versus the Hillbilly Randy. And that will be for the title, ladies and gentlemen.
What a huge series of announcements. So many implications from all of that. The tag titles defended in a triple threat. Tony puts his belt on the line. Jimmy and Jeffrey John, the winner, faces the U.S. champion. Well, I've got to say, for your first night, you've done one heck of a job.
Aaron, I'm just getting started. There's a lot more to come. I got to the end of the summer, so we're going to see a lot of different matchups. Guys, only way to see that is to be here. Okay? So keep coming back. Something new every week. Now, on another serious note, I have been asked by Chris Cruet to be allowed to come out here and get some things off his chest and speak to the PWA and PWA fans for a few minutes. So, without further ado, go ahead and announce it, please.
At this time, fans, would you please welcome the first ever PWA heavyweight champion, a man with over 20 years in the wrestling business, from Memphis, Tennessee, the franchise player, Chris Cruet.
All right, that'll be enough of that crap. You know, it was just a few short weeks ago, just right down the road, Red, White, and Bruised, and I was in the championship match for the United States Championship against Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly. Easy, easy. And as you can see, as I'm standing here and I don't have a championship belt around my waist, things didn't go in my favor. Yeah, I'm not happy about it either. And Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly is your new PWA United States champion. And since then, there's been some turmoil, some dissension, some things have happened. And I just want to come out here and make sure that we understand. Going into that match, I had been having a lot of back issues. I've had back issues since I was 20. For the last 18, 19 years, I've been having back issues from professional wrestling. And it was to the point to where I didn't know if I could continue on anymore. There was mornings I would wake up and I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't get up out of bed. And you've never known fear or pain until you can't stand up and you're completely helpless. But we fought through that. And I'm not here to tell you that Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly beat anything less than 100% of Chris Cruet, because he didn't. Because while maybe I'm not 100% of the man that I was once upon a time, he got 100% of Chris Cruet that night. I promise you that. So he didn't beat a defeated man. He beat the man, and that's me. And the PWA, they came to me. They said, "Chris, listen, we got to get this back worked out. We can't be allowing you to compete anymore if we can't get clearance from the doctor." And I said, "Hey, good news. How about I just sign a waiver? How about I just sign a waiver that says it doesn't matter. Anything that happens to me in this ring, I'll take full responsibility for it, and you guys won't have to worry about it." Seemed like things were going to go pretty good until about 48 hours ago. And all of a sudden, I couldn't breathe. All of a sudden, I started pouring sweat, and things just started going a little bad, and I didn't know what was going on. And, after about an hour and a half, I decided to go out to the hospital, get it checked out. And the doctors, the good doctors out at Fairfield Medical Center, they have informed me that I had a heart attack. So I said, "Doc, tell me, what are we talking about?" And they said, "Listen, you're done. You're done. It's over. No more." And I said, "Well, that's funny. I got a show Saturday night." So they've explained to me, they had to go up and they had to remove the clog in the artery, and they had to put a stent in there to make sure that it didn't happen again. And they said, here in like the next 6 to 12 months, there's a really good chance that this could happen again, and that you could it could be a lot worse than it was this time. Maybe this time, next time we can't save you. Maybe the next time it doesn't work out for you. I've currently have a wound where they went up to perform the operation, and if anything happens and it starts bleeding, they said, bad news, you'll die, you'll bleed out. So it is with my deepest regret that after 20 plus years in the wrestling business that I've come here tonight to say it's over. But I'll tell you what, everything I did in here, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't do it any other way. The PWA and all the paths and roads I've taken in my professional wrestling career, if I had to do it all over again, with all the back pain, with all the now the heart troubles, and with all the cuts and bruises and scrapes and all that, I'd do it every bit of it again. So all I have left to offer. I'll just leave those there, but I want to tell each and every one of you, thank you very much for everything that you've done for me. I want to thank you guys all for supporting the PWA. So listen, you never say never, but right now it doesn't look real good, so I want to thank you guys for coming out to the PWA. I want to thank you guys for supporting everyone in the back. Let me tell you something. Those guys, some of them I don't like. Some of them I really do care about. Those guys in the back come out here and bust their butt each and every time we come out here for you guys. I want to thank Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly. Once upon a time, Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly and myself, we were good friends, and things kind of got sideways. But I want to say one more time, Randy, if I had to go out, I can't think of anybody that I'd rather go out with than Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly. And again, he didn't beat me at 70%. He didn't beat me at 80%. He beat me at 100%. Unfortunately, I don't know how many more times I've got that.
PWA fans, Aaron Hurt here with you. If you like what you are seeing on YouTube, then don't miss the opportunity to see the action live and in person. The first Saturday of every month at the PWA Arena, 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster. Premier Wrestling Alliance is in action, plus select dates in towns near you. Check out PWAOhio.com for tickets for not just the arena events, but all events. Arena events start at $5. And that's PWAOhio.com for all of your ticket information. Talk about headlines to start this one off, fans. We are coming to you on the heels of Red, White, and Bruised, the biggest event of the calendar year. And we have so many headlines coming out of that event, but we've got to recap all of the things that you just heard to start off this broadcast. We got the inaugural address from Brian Blade, our commissioner for the duration of the summer. He certainly laid out a few plans for his agenda. Tonight's main event will see the new U.S. champion Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly challenge Outlaw Tony James for the heavyweight title. And then the truly stunning announcement from franchise player Chris Cruet. Very candid statement, and I certainly don't mean to be facetious, but his words brought a new meaning to the phrase serious as a heart attack, because after the performance he put on at Red, White, and Bruised, to have to do what he did, to have to retire under such circumstances, I can only give him credit where credit is due for doing so gracefully and with a lot of class. We'll have a lot more on that situation in the future, because we do have to focus on this match right here. Cody Blazin 4x4. These two men were one of the up-and-coming teams in the PWA. Never really found out where things went awry, but Cody certainly made his choice. Turned his back on Josh Jackson, showing everybody here in the PWA a whole new attitude. And this is the first time they've faced off one-on-one. It will be very intriguing to see how the match plays out, considering that they know each other so well as partners. Which one's going to be able to use that knowledge to gain an advantage? A collision in the center of the ring. The big 275-pounder Josh Jackson does not take a back step again. Oh! Very smart move there. And let's acknowledge the fact that these two men were friends for so long, it's got to be very difficult to completely flip the switch and treat somebody that you know as well as 4x4 knows Cody, to have to treat him like an opponent. But a few more of those knife-edge chops might change his demeanor a little bit. Why Cody is going to these lengths to... Oh, big charge, splash in the corner. Back the other way, Cody Blaze, seeing stars. Cinches him up for the big vertical suplex. But I can't fathom why Cody Blaze suddenly wants to make his name at the expense of others. 2.5. You see Blaze still trying to get his bearings. 4x4 Jackson goes to the rear chin lock there. Made even more effective by where he has his knee placed right between the shoulder blades. Fans have definitely made their choice. Here's the support they have for Josh Jackson. A reversal. Big flying forearm on the button. I think we might. Indeed we do. There's the 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the MVP, Cody Blaze.
Just that quickly connected with that forearm shot. Able to claim the bragging rights for now. I'm betting that this is a situation that will continue to affect both men's careers in the near future. Right now, fans, we're going to go to some words from our new tag team champions. Take a look at this. PWA fans, Aaron Hurt here. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome in our new tag team champions, JT Hogg, the man who needs no introduction, but for those of you not hip enough to know, this is Mark the Hammer Coleman. Now, JT, having a partner like this to train with has got to be a very special experience. You guys are set to defend those titles on our program next week. What has the training been like in preparation for that match?
Oh, let me tell you something. The training's been rough. Mark Coleman's been showing me how to really knock a man out. This man, former NCAA champion, UFC champion, Pride champion, Olympic wrestler. This man has done it all. Show him your hands, Mark. Look at these hands. These hands have knocked out countless people. You know why they call him the Hammer? Because getting hit with those hands are like getting hit with a sledgehammer. And let me tell you something, I ain't no slouch myself, and I'll take a bunch of people out. So next time we step in the ring and defend these tag team titles, I don't think anybody can beat us.
Hammer, your partner just ran down your extensive resume. You have been a champion all over the world in all disciplines of fighting, but it has been a while since you have competed at this level here in the PWA arena. I have to ask if you have any trepidation about stepping back into the pro wrestling ring.
Trepidation? What the heck does trepidation mean, sir?
It means
what?
It means are you
whatever it is, I don't have any trepidation. Did you see what I did my last match? I assume it's like riding a bike. Is that what you're talking about? Did I forget how to ride the bike? No. I can ride the bike. I'm born to wrestle, born to fight. The Hillbilly's been training hard. I've been putting the Hillbilly through some very difficult workouts. He don't complain. He keeps coming, and we're keeping these belts for a long time, PWA. I said that last time. We're keeping them for a long time.
And there ain't nobody that's going to stop the Hammer and the Hog. Boo!
Franchise player Chris Cruet here for the PWA School of Professional Wrestling. Do you want to be a wrestler, a manager, a ring announcer, a commentator, a referee? The PWA School of Professional Wrestling is your opportunity. 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster, Ohio. Tryouts are absolutely free from 4 to 6 p.m. on Sunday, 7 to 9 on Tuesday. Come on down, try it out. See if you got what it takes to be the next big star.
Rolling on here on PWA Wrestling on YouTube. A big rematch from Red, White, and Bruised. Jeffrey John, you see already in the ring. Jimmy Fahrenheit, his opponent, greeting all the great fans here. Jeffrey John with an extra large chip on his shoulder this time around because of the defeat he suffered at the hands of Mr. Fahrenheit at Red, White, and Bruised. Once again, a reminder that you can see select portions of that event here on YouTube, but to experience the whole thing top to bottom, you've got to visit pwaohio.com. Download it for just $4.99. Before the bell can even ring, Jeffrey John darts across the ring, connects with a shotgun drop kick, and is absolutely stomping the proverbial mud hole into Jimmy Fahrenheit. As I'm sure you fans have noticed by now, Jared Goodman not by my side this time. Officially, he's out with an illness, which may or may not have to do with his participation in the Red, White, and Bruised after party, but we'll not speculate. There's the bell. Reversal, follows in, big monkey flip from Jimmy Fahrenheit, and a deep spin under arm drag, a second one, picking up where he left off. As we said, got a big victory over Jeffrey John at Red, White, and Bruised. You heard from our tag team champions that were crowned at Red, White, and Bruised. I tell you, it was a highlight for my career in broadcasting to be able to interview a man with the status and the accomplishments of Mark the Hammer Coleman, only man to ever hold both the UFC and Pride Heavyweight Championships. A legend in every form of combat sports he's participated in. You heard our new general manager, Brian Blade, discuss those belts will be on the line next time we come to you here on YouTube. Not only are the former champions Vicious Delicious going to get a rematch, invoking their rematch clause, but the team of the Bariqua Boys who had already earned a title match prior to our new champions being crowned. All three teams will compete for those PWA tag team titles. Look at the strength by Fahrenheit. Jeffrey John's able to find the back door. Able to land on his feet, but Fahrenheit quickly charged across. John just dumps Fahrenheit out here to the concrete floor. Oh, drives him ribs first into the apron. Not getting the appreciation from the fans that he perhaps hoped to for his display here. Oh, my. Boy, did he get all of that kick. Fahrenheit able to block two attempts at the suplex. Jeffrey John dead weights. But look at the King of Swole. Oh. Nice back kick there. It appears Jeffrey John has done some studying of the film of the last contest between these two men. Has certainly had a heretofore impressive outing. Definitely slowed the pace down to a more deliberate one. Hammering away with those cross faces. Oh, double stomp. John doing a lot of work to the abdomen, the midsection, the floating ribs. I'm going to put a period on the end of the sentence. He says, not so fast. Back body drop. Does Fahrenheit have the ability to rally in this one? History certainly says he does. Oh my, gut buster.
might be enough to finish off Fahrenheit. Senton makes the cover, hooks the leg, but only a count of 2, and a visibly frustrated Jeffrey John. Taking issue with the tempo of the count of our official, Johnny Long. You can see both of these men starting to tire out. Top wrist lock from Jeffrey John. Oh, claw hold. Again, digging his nails into the side of Fahrenheit. Jimmy Fahrenheit able to escape, but takes a brutal knee right to the breadbasket. Off the ropes, and again. John needs to follow up with the cover as he's taken too much time reveling in his accomplishments. Got the arms trapped, pulling back, doing all sorts of damage to the rotator cuff, the trapezius muscles, stretches out the tricep muscles. Oh, pulls back, bridges up on his neck. Back into a dragon sleeper. But Fahrenheit refuses to give up, to succumb to the punishment being dished out here by Jeffrey John. He's effectively grounded the high flyer Fahrenheit. Who hits a few desperation elbows. Snapmare with authority. Almost a cravat. Able to take him over his shoulder, judo style. But John, the first one back to his feet. Crowd trying to inspire Jimmy Fahrenheit here. This has been a fantastic match. Oh, trading right hands. Nice block. And a flurry. Oh, haymaker. Elbow right to the jaw. And another one. John's ducks, looks for the crossbody, but got caught by the powerful Jimmy Fahrenheit. Turns that into a Uranage slam. John prone, but Fahrenheit unable to make a cover. Instead tries to ascend the turnbuckles. Unable to make it up there. Jeffrey John, small package. What's the referee's decision? Referee calls for the bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Jeffrey John.
Referee awards the match to Jeffrey John. Jimmy Fahrenheit was all heart, all courage tonight, but just got caught. Great victory by Jeffrey John. Fans, we've got our main event up next. The heavyweight title on the line. Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly looks to take home all the gold in the PWA. U.S. champion versus heavyweight champion. Hello, PWA fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, here to tell you all about how you can keep up with PWA online. Just search PWA Ohio on Facebook or on YouTube, or check out PWAOhio.com for all of the latest information about upcoming events, the latest videos and highlights of past events, and interviews with your favorite PWA wrestlers. So make sure that you like and follow all of those pages. That's PWAOhio.com, PWA Ohio on Facebook, and PWA Ohio on YouTube. And follow along with all of us here from Premier Wrestling Alliance, and we hope to see you at the PWA Arena very soon. Main event time, fans. There you see the man who holds the U.S. title for a third time, Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly. One of two new champions we saw crowned at Red, White, and Bruised. Again, check out that event, just $4.99 at PWAOhio.com. And despite having to face two men, seeing is believing, Outlaw Tony James, still the PWA heavyweight champion. Our new general manager, Brian Blade, not wasting any time and asserting his influence on the immediate future of the PWA, authorizing this match. Of course, the U.S. champion, by default the number one contender. Tony James very well aware of the situation he faces. Randy could very well, in fact, come out a double champion. Once again, remind everybody that the heavyweight title is the only belt on the line. This is not champion versus champion. And I'm not trying to stir things up or make any idle speculation, but Brian Blade might have made this match as perhaps as a little bit of payback for some of the things that went down between him and Tony James when those men were aligned so closely as the American Outlaws. Seems like a lifetime ago in the PWA. But the more things change, the more they stay the same. Tony James is still ruthless, crude, aggressive, but none of that detracts from his ability to face any and all comers as the PWA champion. Has held that belt for an extended period of time. Referee Matthew Allen assigned this contest. Cannot be susceptible to the intimidation and the mind games Tony James will most definitely play. He's already started He'd better worry about the big 6'5", 300-pound Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly. They lace the fingers. Greco-Roman knuckle lock, test of strength. Randy will definitely have the advantage due to his height, but Tony James has quite a bit of upper body strength in his own right. That force down, Randy stomps on the hands. Full arm dragon twist. Wrenching on the arm, the elbow, the wrist. If Tony James wants to take shortcuts, then Randy can play by those rules as well. And let's not be coy about this. Tony James is doing all of this on purpose. Anything he can do to get inside the head of Randy or disrupt his game plan, using the middle ring rope to choke, putting all his body weight down on it, takes all of the referee's count before he breaks. Digging his fingers into the face. Randy, at the mercy of our champion, gets dragged out to the center of the ring. Where's Tony James going from here? Stomps to the hamstring and one to the inner thigh. Back to just gouging the eyes, twisting the neck. Doing anything he can to Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly. Our fans in the PWA Arena tonight would love nothing more than to see Randy become a dual champion. And for it to come at the expense of Tony James, it would make it all the more sweet for a large number of our fans. Tony James certainly has his fair share of support. Mounts the turnbuckle, but just puts his thumb right into the eye socket. But Randy powers out inverted atomic drop. Made his back crack and his liver quiver, and then floored him with a huge running lariat. Paint etched all over the face of Tony James. What a main event we have for you. Big power body slam there. Drops the huge leg. Got tremendous height. Came straight down across the upper body of the PWA champion, the Outlaw Tony James. Getting close to 10 minutes elapsed in this match. We'll stick with it as long as we can. Full head of steam. Connects with the big splash in the corner. Now it's Randy's turn. to go up to the second rope. Pounding down with right hands. Oh, but the low blow puts an immediate stop to that, and the power bomb. Hard to say if Tony James didn't just collapse when delivering that move as he face planted, and Randy has barely moved. Champion crawls over to make the cover, forces the shoulders down, but Randy able to power out. Looking for a figure four. Dead center of the ring. Could be the end of Randy's night. Randy has to be careful not to get his shoulders counted down. Randy doing everything he can to power out of the figure four, able to sit up, but cannot quite do enough to break the hold. If he can shift his weight, if he can roll his hips to one side or another, he may be able to reverse the hold. Looks like exactly what he's trying to do here. Accomplished quite a bit simply by getting James far enough away from the ropes to prevent him from using said ropes for added leverage, and able to get it turned over. Oh, what is this? Oh, come on! LA Cordova, like a thief in the night. Here comes Kevin Cruet. We had 4 men brawling in here. Referee has no choice but to call for the bell. Hate to see this match end this way, but we've got a Pier 6er, if I've ever seen one, breaking out right now. Tony James bids a hasty retreat. Fans, we got to wrap it up.